continue.
Yeah.
If I know I'm supposed to give him more space. I saw that like even when I saw it, I knew I needed to give him more space. But where could I be better positioned? Where do you think I could be better placed so that I could better support him on an attack
So
and not be
right
pushing right on him?
right now you're fine because you're still figuring out if he's gonna pass it or not. But as soon as he has this on top of his car, that's when you know, like, there's not really a pass opportunity. So that's when I want you to stick wide. So then you're gonna go from here to over here, and you're just gonna
Got it.
slow down a bit and give him space. Because realistically, with him pushing up field like this, either Sagi's going to immediately challenge, which is the smarter option, so that this third man doesn't challenge and be dumb and he gets flicked over. So if this guy challenges from where is he? Right here. This ball is going to literally just go to you. Like he's going to be passing right to you when you're coming wide like this. Because if you watch this play, if Sagi actually hit the ball, I mean this is a direct pass to you. Now you have control of field. And then if Muskrat actually beats Lasagna, then you also have that control because it's going to be probably over here. And then the reason why I want you wide is that when you're pushing up like this, and Lasagna gets beat with a 50 here, where it kind of just stays in midfield, that's when we can have Frosty go. If Frosty feels confident that he's going to be able to beat anyone of this ball, like it should be just a free ball for him, which is it's a pretty good lineup for him if he wants to go for this. And then if you're wide, obviously, if either of those guys tackled him, because like their entire team was left side of the field, if any of those guys tackled him and you're wide here, you still have the space from Lasagna. You're giving the ability to Frosty for him to go if he wants, and then obviously if they tackle him and it wins it and they win it over here, it's just going right to you. And
Got
then
it.
if Frosty does go, that's when you need to either make a safe option or aggressive option. Kind of depends on how you're feeling. You could push up if you want, if you feel like Frosty's going to like pass to you. If you think he has some insane mechanics and he's going to immediate pass to you over here, you could push up wide. Otherwise, if Frosty goes for this ball, you just rotate back and you want to play a little bit more safe. But that's kind of a choice for you and your teammates, what you guys feel more comfortable with. It probably would just be best if you were to hang back a little bit here though. Just play the little bit safer option since it's still like the beginning of the game.
All right.
Don't get your hopes up, dog. This lucky if I even hit the ball,
Yeah.
let alone get a pass to you.
No, I believe I chose.
But yeah, now we're in a situation where, okay, now I'm gonna get my pen out. So you pushed up mid, and you never ended up going wide. You never ever ended up covering this right side of the field. So then you pushed all the way over to here to get our back corner. Whereas if you were to push wide to begin with, I think when he had control, you were like somewhere here. So you would, or maybe it was over here, something like that. This is when you would decide to, get some pads here, and you'd be fine to not even grab that boost to begin with. And then obviously, if Frosty goes, you could just grab that boost and then come back. So then you're still covering this right side of the field, and you're going to have a more immediate challenge on this play now that Frosty went and it's away from the net. Whereas now we've given up so much space because we just had Frosty go. Lasagna just had the first challenge, so he's rotating out. I think he grabbed corner boost too. And then you also, came from here to back here. So now we have everyone over here stacking the left side of the field, and no one's there to tackle this control. So if you watch this play out, he has, he can pretty much do whatever he wants, which, yeah, he gets it right over you. Because he can, at this level, he should be able to make a singular touch if he wants to beat you to this ball, which he could. Otherwise, he would, if you don't even challenge, he probably would recognize that and take a little bit better control in the air.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you were to come wide to begin with, you would force this entire touch. I think, where would you be? So you came wide over here. Now you're waiting for Frosty. Okay, Frosty just went. Now it's over here. I can tackle here if I want. Otherwise, I can just fake challenge, go back. You know, just give some more pressure to the other team so that they don't have a free opportunity.
All right.
Okay. I need you. You did fine. I think Muskrat's just being a monkey here. But I do want this play here. I want us to recognize the space that we have, Frosty. So if you can, honestly, you could just wait for this ball to come down. It's a little bit more risky. But if you can, the best opportunity is just to get a light touch, land on sidewall, and then go for control there. It's tougher, but that would be your best opportunity rather than just trying to hit it downfield. Because hitting it downfield, you're just passing it to their third man. Since we were just trying, they barely broke out of their zone to begin with. So there is always going to be a guy back. So they're gonna be ready for this. Which yeah, they're able to get an immediate counterattack on us by sending it back into the zone, and then Muskrat's just gonna monkey it. Okay. So, a couple things. First off, right now,
Too far up.
no, you're fine right now, Tom. You end up getting you end up getting too far up, and then you just stay there, which is bad because you didn't recognize that pineapple's still in our zone. But right now you guys are both covering the same thing. So you guys are doing the exact same thing as you're just pressuring Muskrat, which we can't do that because that's gonna put insane pressure. If he beats one of you, he's probably gonna beat both of you at this point. So it's gonna put insane pressure on our third man, which is Tom right now, or Zonny Liu. I don't know what you guys call him. But yeah, so I need Keola. I need you drop back because Frosty, he's already on sidewall. He already has the easier challenge for this. And if you went for this up in the high high sidewall, you're not really going to be doing much for the team. So I need you to back out here and start rotating back or just going into midfield. So giving a little space here, and then if he's beat, which you could probably recognize, then you come back. But you did it a little too late. So like right here is where I need you to recognize that we don't have possession, so you can't come in here. You can't push in. Because this ball, if it is a 50, that's where I would want Lasagna to push in here. And then you would just go back. And then, yeah, the other issue was I can't have you stopping here if there's a guy back here. So Tom, I need you to recognize, Lasagna, I need you to recognize, okay, let's go to your cam. It'd be a little bit easier to explain. Right now,
I saw him. I just didn't make the connection.
yeah, because he's gonna go for bumps. Like he's gonna see as soon as they touch the ball, or his team touch the ball, he's gonna recognize. Okay, I'm gonna just bully. I'm gonna just bump, take control, and clear out the play because he's not gonna do anything else. He can't do anything positive for his team when he's in this position besides bump demo. So that's where you have to recognize that. So I need you to either stay back, like all the way back here, so the point like you can get back in the net, and cover yourself, or I need you to just keep moving side to side so that he can't hit you. Because as soon as you paused like that is where you're just a sitting duck.
Yeah, I think if I had stayed back and I had had more vision on him,
Yeah.
I would have recognized faster that he was coming for a bump.
Yeah, especially when you see that we don't have possession. So like right now, even if Frosty does have possession and he beats Muskrat to this ball, he's probably just going to be sending it around here, right? So it's going to end up going that way. It's not going to come back this way. And then if Muskrat goes for it, he's going to go high and back in, which you need to create space to be able to go for that ball anyways. So yeah, you don't want to be pushing up here if you don't have to. And then once you did push up, now too close, sitting duck. So if you find yourself in this position where you did push up, I would rather you just go if there's that guy behind you, because he's just gonna bump you anyways. So you're just kind of eliminating his option of bumping you completely out of the play if you just ego challenge this.
Okay.
Okay, let's get past that goal. Okay, never mind. Okay, we're panicking in the corner. You don't. Right now, you see this ball high. I'd be taking ball cam off just to check if they're challenging or not. Lasagna. And if they are, realistically, they're not going to do much besides pass mid, which you going for this touch here is kind of doing what they would want to do, right? So I would rather you just come up on back wall here and slow it down and now recognize, okay, now I can just take this 50. Because if you do touch this ball, this is dangerous for us, and you're kind of just putting you in an awkward position. And even though you don't hit it, you just wasted boost and you wasted momentum on this ball. And then Frosty as well. You should realistically not be there to begin with. So as soon as you grab this mid boost, I want you to be coming mid. So I need you coming this way in, because you're going to be cutting front post. And then obviously Keelo's going to go to the back post here. Because if this pass to mid happens for whatever reason, I need you cutting that off because you're going to be the quickest one there. Even if you didn't grab that boost, you would have at least some from like coming back here, because I think you were the cheater. So yeah, I need you coming back this way. I can't have you coming back through the corner. And that would probably put less panic on yourself, because you come into the corner, now your camera's all awkward because the ball's behind you, and now you're turning, and now it's hard to read. Whereas if you come out here, the ball's always going to be in front of you, and then you're coming up back wall, and now you're going to have an easier read on this ball to get an actual touch. Okay, and yeah, so now you gotta get out. So you either need this isn't really your ball to go for. I would rather Keelo goes for this to bring it high. I want you to go forward and then come down. Just get out of his way, because this is just gonna, because like right now you're pretty much bringing it to midfield. Like you're passing it to mid, and if they're ready for it, if they're stacked up like right here, if Muskrat's a little bit closer, which he should have been. He's gonna score that, most likely. Which is why I'd rather Keela take the possession up sidewall and keep it away from an offensive opportunity for them. So yeah, you would just push up here if a challenge is gonna happen, or no matter what, I would then you push out midfield. Then you figure out if you want to go upfield or not. We're back.
Was this Tuesday's game?
This was Thursdays, I think.
Thursdays from last week.
Oh, okay. This is our scrim Thursday. It's like that probably was lagging.
Yeah.
That's when my internet was terrible.
This wasn't a scrim.
No, this was the last Thursday, not the Thursday that just happened, the one before it.
Yeah.
Alright, I need to look at this again. Okay. So, I don't really like our positioning right now. You guys can see, like, we're all covering this. Like, that's the only thing our entire team can cover right now. Frosty can kind of cover like this, but, like, we're all covering the same thing. So I would rather, Keola, you pretty much just stop at front post, and Frosty would be the one to come in. I think he came... Here, we'll actually go back. I want him to be the one that covers midfield. So you would come a little bit wider, Frosty. Maybe grab a pad somewhere here, and then I'd have you cover midfield. And then Keola, you just hang here at front post until you see Lasagna rotating out, or we start getting a breakout. Then you start coming out. And this will just make that entire awkward sequence so much easier. So the default option in plays like this is that you have a guy in corner with ball, which is Lasagna. He's on ball. We have a guy in net that's always going to stay front post, and he's going to only cover front post and shots. So he's pretty much covering this. And then Frosty, who is our last guy to rotate back, his job is to cover midfield as much as possible. And then he's also going to be the one to break out as long as he is able to, and he has, boost and momentum or whatever. That's going to be the default jobs, which if we stick to that, we should never be in a position where we're all in in corner like this and giving out entire midfield. Because if we watch this play happen, one guy gets beat, second guy gets beat, third guy gets beat. Like this is insanely hard for you to read. You're not going to get a great touch on this ball, right? Whereas if we just had Keola here, he would challenge. Well, this ball wouldn't have gone up, so he would be Lasagna's challenge. He would go again here, and now Muskrat would be seeing. Okay, or not Muskrat. Keola would now be here, and he would be seeing. Okay, he's either going to go high and do whatever on the ceiling, and then I'm going to cut him out, Or he's passing to midfield where I will just have Frosty, somewhere around here to be able to cut out that pass. And then they can't do anything. It's not a threatening position anymore. But now, because we're all stacked in corner, we all get beat off of 2 touches. Okay. Okay, I like this. I like how you were buying time for your teammates, Keola. It's good that you didn't challenge us right away. I want you to at least give Frosty and Lasagna the chance to force him to do something, and this is what you did. So you wait. Frosty now forced him to touch the ball, and this is the perfect opportunity to go. As soon as he either does a flick or a pop or whatever to try and get it past Frosty because Frosty just messed him up, that's when you go. So this is really good. I like this, and I want you to keep doing that. Now, yes, this is fine to give space. I like the idea. I think you were trying to pass it. You just didn't get good contact here, Frosty. I think you were trying to get Tequila. So that's good. Okay. Their team... not sure what they're doing. They got lucked out. Okay. I need... If you're going to be rotating like this, Frosty, I need you to either demo him or hit the ball.
I think that's all I was trying to do,
Yeah.
but I don't think I got it.
Because if you don't get that, now we're in a very bad spot.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even flip at the bump either. Don't flip the bump. Just get under him and have him land on you. Have him Goomba you. Because as soon as you flip like this, now you have to recover and you can't just turn off it. So like if Pineapples gets good recovery, now you can't force to challenge again, or even Soggy. Like you'd be able to challenge the Soggy touch if you didn't have to recover. Because like at this point, Soggy's about to go and you're just about to land. So I'd rather you just let him Goomba you, and just try to control him on top of your car, and then try to hit the ball into the corner, or just try to roll it into the corner for Keola. Fly mode. Because, yeah, now we're in a bad spot. Okay, I like you slowing it down. This is good. That was a weird touch, but it works. We'll take it.
That's exactly what I said.
I literally just I'm pretty sure I just choked it and missed the ball. On that.
No, I think you touched
But
it.
I got like a phantom touch or
No,
something.
Yeah.
he touched it with his wheel, but I think if he actually tried to shoot the ball, I think Soggy would have saved it.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
Because he was
choked
already
it.
primed.
All right, he would have saved it. Yeah, it
I
works.
choked it, but at the same time it works.
Yeah, we got it. Win the net. Okay. So we got caught pushed up too far, Keola. So you're third man right now. I think you recognized it, which is why you went back so far. But I need you to come back further and wider. So you really don't want to ever cut in here unless you're making an immediate challenge off like a dribble here. So I need you to come back all the way past the line, the midline, and maybe even to this boost, honestly, so that you're able to, challenge these high balls. Otherwise, this is just going to go over your head, and now we're losing all our pressure offensively. Because if you see at this point, it's just going right towards midfield where you would have been if you were back here somewhere. And you would have just kept this back in the zone, and we would keep pressure. Because even back here, realistically, if this 50 goes this way, you're still going to be able to beat anyone to this ball. Because he's not going to have momentum. Muskrat, he should have been like over here to begin with, so you'd still be able to beat him that way. I don't really know why he's there. And obviously Pineapple's never going to have a chance to go for that ball if it goes this way. So you're still going to beat like almost anyone if it does go in that corner, or behind Lasagna into that corner. And if Lasagna wins this 50, obviously he can just, stick on the ball. So That's why I really want you, when you're rotating out, always cross midfield line before you cut into center.
Got it.
So yeah. And yeah, obviously that'll give you, more boost, because I don't know how much boost you have right now. We can check that though. Yeah, so you'd probably be at 70 if you actually grab those pads coming out. So if you watch yourself, yeah. So you missed like all those pads. You would have been at like 70
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah. Again, I was kind of panicking this game and my rotations are terrible
Mm-hmm.
this series. I feel like that kind of cost us a bit.
There you
A
go.
lot actually, but
Just make sure to stick to the basics. So always try to make sure, like what I just said, when you're rotating out, try to cross midfield line before you ever cut mid. That will pretty much cut down on any mistake that you could make
Yeah.
rotationally, and then defensively, default to, if there's a guy in net and your last guy to rotate in, just cover midfield instead.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot
Yeah.
of times on defense I end up pushing up too close to my teammates.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta fix that.
Yeah. This is good though. So right now, Frosty, I would rather you just be a menace, honestly. So I want you to stick back here. So we have two guys back, and it's a 1v2.
Yeah.
So you should be recognizing right now that, these guys should be able to save this ball. There can't be that bad, right? you're teaming them with them for a reason.
I'm definitely the worst on the team.
So you have to trust them and stick up field, because when you're pushing into this corner, like I know you're rotating out this way, so obviously it's gonna be tough for you to go all the way over to here to get to a correct rotation. But like it's already a 1v2, so we should be fine. So you can honestly just menace it when you're rotating back. Go for the bump on Soggy, make sure that's out of the play. Just don't flip at him. Always go for whenever you're going for a bump, make sure you stay on the ground. And then just hang up field, like hang somewhere around here. Like don't force yourself into the corner, especially because I think you took corner boost, if I remember right.
I don't think I did. I think I left it.
No, you got one of the boosts, either corner or mid.
I took their corner boost. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't. I left ours.
Oh yeah, no, I was talking about their corner boost. So like you had boost to do whatever. So I can have you stick up field, which is why I'd rather you just hang around here, be a little bit menace until it's the actual like threatening position. And even if like you are a menace around here, you're still in the right position. You're still covering midfield. And ideally, if you do the right thing and you bump Soggy, well, there's no pass mid anyways. So you can always, go upfield for a upfield pass. So yeah, if you see two guys back and you see it's a 2v1, or I mean a 1v2, don't be afraid to, go with an insanely slow rotation and take your time. Because your teammates can't be that bad, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, look at the play. You did the right thing. You put place in the corner. We're all in a good position, so they're not that bad. Okay, I don't want you pushing here, Frosty, because this is the situation. Now you just swap place with Keola, right? So now it's essentially 1v2, right? But now we have the breakout. So Keola's going to be the menace upfield, right? So we need someone behind him, because if Keola's the menace, and he wants to be the pass option too, which is what he ends up being, or he tries to end up being, we can't have you also go. We need someone to cover in case, Lozani gets tackled on his solo play if he chooses that. So I need you to push up slow right now, which you should be able to see Keola eventually upfield. Yeah, it's you. Well, yeah, it doesn't even look like he checked. But like right now,
Came off and everything.
yeah, right now you should see Keola's upfield, and honestly, he should probably be calling out. He's going for bumps or something, so that he's upfield. Which is why right now I would just slow down. I wouldn't even boost at all. Just stay behind him, and then you'd be able to see. Okay, pineapple. So get that out of the way. So right here, he has the beat. You can see that he has space. He has possession. So just hang back here. Okay, now he's up. Now this is my ball. And now, offensive opportunity.
I should have challenged.
Yeah, I don't think you need to be so deep into net. So like right now, they don't have possession. We have possession for a breakout. So you're free to stick like right here. So I would come out
Yeah.
here so that you can still cover a shot if it comes in somehow. And if not, well now you can go here.
Yeah, see, now it's perfect, yeah. I should
Yeah.
have those small pads.
Yeah, exactly. Because realistically, you don't need to be so like I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to be that front post, right? And then have Keela cover midfield, but like they don't have possession. We have the possession. We have the breakout opportunity. So I'd rather you be ready here because like right now you still have a good shot here. Because they're not going to go for anything quick. Like if they go for a pass mid, you could still challenge that from where you're at. Like there's no immediate threat option where there's going to be a shot like right here. So you don't have to be in net. So I want you pushed out here, so you can cut out here if you want. You can always still go in a corner if for some reason they put it in a corner, whatever. It's just a little bit quicker, and you're covering the same exact thing. Uh-oh. How do we get scored off this?
I went as third man.
Yeah.
Basically, okay, so I'm gonna tell you what happened from my POV. So basically, what happened is I sucked. Um,
Well, I
and
suck first. That's what I'm
look,
just
look,
double.
okay, look, no, okay. Watch this. I flip up field. First of all, that's a big issue. I know
Yeah.
the last analysis you did with me, you told me flipping up field, and normally I'm good with that. I
Mhm.
think like I just panicked because I don't know, I was panicking a bit because game 5, and I think I was making myself more nervous than I should have been.
Mhm.
Like I was just panicking way too much, and I wasn't playing that good this series
Yeah.
in general. And so I flip up field, right? And if we continue to look at this, I'm pretty sure I actually took a quick look at this as well. I I completely misread it because I flipped up field and I was
Mhm.
too fast to the play. So
Yeah.
I didn't have enough time to react to the backboard bounce, and so the ball sails right over my head. And Lou tries to beat. Wait, who was that you were trying to challenge? I don't know. Lou tries to challenge
Pineapple.
somebody and gets
Yeah.
bested, and
Pineapple.
then we get scored on.
But yeah, you understand it. So yeah, I hate flipping upfield mainly because it's always rushing something that you don't need to rush, and you obviously can't change anything once you flip. You can't slow down. You can't turn. You can't
Yeah.
speed up from there. So yeah, I hate flipping upfield. Flipping upfield is never helpful, which you can see. It's a kind of a good example because you flip upfield and then you slow down. You lose your supersonic.
Yeah. I
uh,
flip up for what? I just it's like boosting and then braking.
exactly.
I'm just wasting.
If in our offensive opportunities, it's honestly better to be late than early. Because if you're early, the ball is going to be so much harder for you to read, and it's probably going to end up going over your head to begin with. If you're late, it's not ideal, obviously, because you could get beat, but it's the safer option because you can always back out if you're going to get beat. So I would rather you be late to a play by not flipping than be there too early and have the ball sail over your head and lose an opportunity.
Right.
Like Chucky said, basically the exact same thing we had in sub down on Thursday. He said it's better not to get scored on. It's better not to score than it is to get scored on.
Exactly. Which is why I would rather Lasagna just not go for this at all. So recognize that we just had two guys just try to shoot the ball. I gotta now just play defensive. I gotta buy time for my guys to get back. So yeah, but you guys understand. You have to devote yourself to that almost. You have to make sure that you never stray from that because 90% of the time you're probably just gonna get scored on. Like yeah, you're gonna beat them 10% of the time or whatever, but it's just not worth it. It's because if you do go, especially as that third man, you're just gonna, it's always a goal essentially. Whereas if you do beat them that 10% time, maybe 5% of it is a goal.
Right.
Okay, this is all fine. That was really close, but you did the right thing, Frosty. I like you cutting in here. This is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
It was just a little slow because you went for a corner boost. Honestly, the only thing you could change is recognizing, like here, like you don't have time to go for corner boost, and now you cut in. But like, I mean, you still get there to begin with, or to end with, but you did the right thing. Okay. Uh, so this is all good, but right now, Keela, I want you when you land, just stop. Stop where you are, or go like try to go for an immediate 90-degree turn, just so that you can have space to read this back wall touch. Because now it just hit back wall, and now you're so close that you
I'm
can't.
beyond that like point that you were mentioning, like
Yeah,
that point, that line that you were talking about in the first analysis. I'm beyond that
yeah.
line
So this is what I
or that
like.
box.
This is the
Yeah.
box. It goes all the way up to this first, or I guess second, boost out. And whenever you're in here, there's very unlikely, unless it's a very soft touch, that you're going to be reading anything on back wall. Even if it goes if it goes here or even in a corner, it's just so hard for you to actually get a positive touch from that read. So I want you to just try to stay back here as much as possible, which I think you land here, which if you just stop and now go to the side, because it's probably going to be hard for you to read the back wall touch being here to begin with. Now you'll be able to read the clear and actually challenge this ball. But yeah, because
Alright.
you kept inching in, now you're cut. You can even see your tire tracks here. You ended up turning here. Now you're never going to be able to, play this ball towards mid for your teammate. You're pretty much going to be playing it out.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, there it is. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. So like this map,
Yeah.
you gotta just look at the line. You just follow the line, and then you'll never have to worry about it. A lot of the maps have that line going back into the corner boost. If it's like here, it's there's always some sort of uh I don't know, path or
Indication of.
yeah, indication of where this boost is. So just look at the
But
line.
again, just a quick reminder, I
Hmm.
was playing terrible this
No, you're good.
season. I was panicking.
I'm just making
Yeah, I
sure.
see what you mean.
Yeah.
I see your point.
Okay, this is fine. All right, if you're not gonna go for this ball lasagna, I want you to slow down.
Yeah.
Because like right now, Keela's going for this ball, and you're going for this ball, so you're doing the exact same thing, and now there's no one to cover his back in case he gets beat. Because
I
Frosty's
initially read it coming closer to the wall, so I was gonna have to jump off, but then
Yeah.
I read it, and my brain took about 2 seconds to register that I need to get down.
yeah, just try and recognize that a little faster. And then Frosty, I want you
Yeah, I don't know why I went to
just
sidewalk.
just stay over here. Just stay over here. It's fine. Cause yeah, you already have two guys in here. Lasagna should at some point recognize he needs to go back, which he ends up doing just a little late. But yeah, I want you to just stay wide. Even if you like pushed in a little bit, it's fine. But yeah, just stay wide and make sure you don't get demoed. And then obviously this play, you might be able to score off that. It would be a little risky, but then you would at least be able to challenge that,
Yeah.
and we'd be having more pressure.
Wow, okay. Yeah, I don't, yeah.
Yeah.
I do that a lot. That's a problem I need to fix. I'm noticing I push up way too much on defense
You
when I
can
don't need to.
you
Like,
can't go for it because it's awkward
I mean,
for
I
Frosty,
like,
but
Yeah.
someone's
like-
gotta decide. Someone's gotta go for it.
yeah. Still, I'm noticing I just push up a lot too, way too much on defense a lot of
Mhm.
the time. It's
Yeah.
not just,
You're good, but yeah, so you just gotta recognize, like, if Frosty says he's awkward, which he is here, like you should be
Yeah.
calming that I'm awkward.
I
So
think
that
we all just panicked or something.
yeah, because like right now, obviously the ball's behind you. Just say I'm awkward, and then
Yeah.
Keela can be like, okay, I'll take it instead, and then you won't have to do this whole, half flip off sidewall, and just a little easier.
alright.
This is good. Yeah. So I'm not too sure what's going on here. So we're in a fine situation. Ideally I'd want you to be a little wider, Keola.
Yeah, a little. I'm telling you, I keep pushing too close to my teammates. This is
Yeah.
something I do. It's a problem I gotta fix.
You
I've
good.
been doing this
I
too.
You good. Just
I
just
know it.
just try and think about it mid game. It's not gonna hurt you thinking about being wider.
Got it.
But yeah, so just stick wider there. Even here, it's almost fine because you're still giving sort of space for lasagna to go for this. But yeah, I want you to be somewhere over here at this
Yeah.
point.
Take more advantage of the space on the field.
Exactly. And then I don't like you coming to sidewall either. I would rather
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
if you are here, I'd rather you just go this way
Got it.
to just correct yourself. And then Frosty, you can go for this ball because even if Kilo was over here, it's not a great ball for him.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with you going for this. But yeah, we just got to make sure we're sticking wider on those offensive pushes.
We don't talk about how we got scored on though. I'm gonna be honest. Wait, can we just
We're
be
gonna have to look
honest?
at it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was a ghost touch
Okay,
too.
I told you I panicked a lot, and
You
I
did.
ghost touched it too, and like because I'm on West, I didn't immediately register that I didn't hit it, so I wasn't able to communicate that I was missing the ball
Yeah,
until after it happens.
I gotcha.
But yeah,
Bad spot.
like I said earlier, this series was not a good series for me.
I gotcha.
And then after this, I switched back to Octane. I think so.
You guys end up scoring though.
Yeah, but like, I feel like that was more like a panic goal, and we couldn't really get much
Yeah.
out of the last play.
Okay. That game's basically over. Let's go to one of the ones you guys got destroyed.
Good to win the 1-2-1, so we feel good.
You guys want to watch the one you won?
No,
I mean,
Never watch whatever.
I want to see our mistakes more
Yeah.
than our accomplishments, because I feel like I know what we do right, and when we do it right, we're really good. But we just gotta fix those mistakes before we
Actually, let's go to the one you guys
talking about.
don't score. Because you guys definitely probably had a scoring opportunity at least.
Most likely.
Okay. Let's see.
I thought you had something to say before the kickoff even started.
I almost now I do.
Yeah, he already doesn't like a positioning.
I don't like both people going for corner.
Yeah, I was supposed to go. I just like. zoned
That
out.
was a miscommunication.
Yeah. I mean, you guys recover from it at least. But yeah, I gotta work on that. Okay, I think you pushed in a little too close here, Lasagna. Just because,
Yeah,
like,
it
you're...
should be wider because Kiel is covering his back.
Well, no, not wider. I mean more back. Because, like, you're getting close to this ball, and you're pushing, and you honestly don't really have a scoring opportunity. I would rather you just wait here. Wait, or not wait. I have to catch up to you. Where are you? There you go, okay. So we're here right now. This is fine. And now we're waiting for that 50 if he challenges. Now we're waiting on this ball. And it probably would have gone in corner. So if you're sneaking this way and you're a little bit wider, yeah, you probably end up going for this ball here. Because right now, we're putting in a risky spot for a third man if he wants to challenge or not.
Right.
Whereas, if you just waited for this thing to happen, because he's not going to go... Even if you wait here and Frosty passes it directly to you, I mean, you're there, honestly. Like, you're going to score it. But yeah, he's ghosting right now, so he's probably going to end up getting a touch on this to begin with. So you should be able to read it this way. I'd really only want you to go for this ball if Muskrat misses, which if you're waiting here and he misses, you'll read it. And then if it went off back wall, you'd obviously be able to read that too. And then obviously he touches it, so you'd be able to read it into corner. Okay. That's fine. It was just a little awkward.
Oh, there it is again.
Yeah.
Push a bit too far.
Yeah, you see both guys in
Ah.
corner. I honestly would probably just cover it. Ooh, that's not pen. This is pen. You know, if you see both these guys in corner, you shouldn't be here because now you're too close. You should honestly just be pushing mid and covering this area. Yeah, because now when you push in like this, obviously, you're not really doing much that they can't do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is all good.
It's a habit I gotta break.
I like the waiting lasagna. Okay. So now we're starting to either play too panicky or too quick. Uh,
Honestly,
honestly,
I saw the 1v3 and I was like a dog looking for a bone at that point.
yeah. Right now, or not Keela, Frosty, you should kind of see that you have, or Keela has space defensively
Yeah.
to just clear this ball, right? So you can hang out downfield as long as you want, especially when Lasagna's right here in the corner. He's still able to get to net if anything bad happens. So recognize that we have a free clear, so I can just stay downfield to keep up pressure if we end up just banging the ball away. But you push even further back for no reason, and now you're basically timing yourself exactly to where Keola would challenge this ball. Whereas if you just stayed here to begin with, I mean, this ball is right on you, right? So you're here. Okay, he has a bang. Let's just wait here. Oh, that's my ball now. Control. And then this guy would have to respect you. And if he challenges, then you just, you know, side flip into midfield. And then it should be a free goal. And then if this happens, I mean, that would save Soggy ever beating you to the ball. But like right now, Lasagna, I need you pushing over here because we have Keola in mid already. So
Once
yeah,
again, a bit too close, but you know,
yeah.
don't talk about that.
But yeah, right here, you would have beat this guy to the ball easily as soon as you recognize he's challenging. You know, quick press. So you'd be, you know, right here. Oh, he's going. Oh, that's my ball. Okay. Much easier.
Coffee's got me working on all that.
Yeah.
Making a new training pack.
Training packs. Okay, this should be a good opportunity. Okay, we just gotta work on those redirects. I don't know why you went upside down, honestly, Akila.
I tried to flip into it, I think. No, I had to double jump. I don't know
Yeah.
why I did that.
Oh.
Well, you jumped too early too. Like you can just
Yeah, I
wait
did.
here, and drive a little bit closer,
Yeah.
and be a little bit easier. I think you
I
just
was
panicked.
panicking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was panicking.
Yeah, I go upside down for redirects, but like I only single jump and then I flip into it or something.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine to go upside down, but it was the upside down and then like facing this way was the weird
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
But now we're all pushing, all three, or all. I mean, you guys pushing is the main thing, because he's obviously going for the redirect. Now we need to, you know, capitalize on this, right? If he gets the shot. So Lasagna, you're not going to be passed to right now, right? Like Keel is not going to pass you this ball, so you need to make
Probably stop around here, right?
Well, you can push. You just have to push this way.
Wider.
So that because Pineapples, he's going to have to go for a full out diving save, right? And where's he going to play that ball into? The corner.
The corner.
So you need to be ready for that. So redirect coming in. You're not going to be able to get the pass, right? Keel's not going to pass you this ball unless he's calling for it. But honestly, it's not. I don't think he'd ever call for a pass here. And then obviously, if the ball goes this way, he misses the net, and it goes this way. Well, then Frosty just goes right. So you don't have to be close. You don't have to be midfield. So I would push here. And now I'm on this ball. And then Frosty, yeah, you came in too close here too. So like you should recognize you'd be pushing in here. This is fine right now. I'm because we have a nice advantageous position offensively. So I'm fine with you pushing a little deeper, but I can't have you going all the way into here unless you're shooting the ball, right? So you're pushing into here. You're waiting for this to redirect. Okay, it didn't happen. Okay, now he's going to get a clear. Now I'm going back.
Mhm.
And yeah, I want you guys to stop pushing. So like we have control. This happened a few times last game too. Like your second man, which is Frosty. Like we have a guy rotating out. It's always going to be wide over here. He's always able to cut in if there's a pass coming in, right?
Yeah.
Especially if we don't have like the ball possession right here for immediate pass. Like this guy can always cut in. So I don't want you pushing into here if we don't have that immediate pass like from back here. So I would rather you stick behind him because it's easier to come in this way to play it towards net rather than coming in this way to play it towards net. Because if you're playing it off this corner as second man, it's almost it's way too dangerous for that third man to even go for the ball most of the time for that pass opportunity. So I would rather you playing it this way and slow it down for a solo play than to play it this way and pass towards midfield or a third man, right? Okay. Yeah, I don't want you pushing out here. Keola. So like
Yeah.
Lasagna can always cut in here if he wants to, or if he thinks he can. He can always cut out this play, right? So you need to allow him to do that. And you pushing here is just giving up the
That
net.
just, yeah.
So I need you to just honestly wait on goal line and wait for the shot to come in if it happens, and have Lasagna cut in since he's already there. And then obviously,
Yeah.
if you're here, you're gonna have plenty of time to react to that save.
Looks like there's a lot of pressure heading our way based on the saves and the time.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's the panic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. There's one.
That was fine.
Yeah.
That shit slowed it down. I'd say I tried to get the power shot.
Is out no man's land.
Yeah, I don't really know what you're doing, Lasagna.
Me neither at this point.
If you're gonna be there, just go for a bump, because, like,
Right.
no one's gonna pass to you.
Yeah, I could just turn immediately and try and bump that guy.
Yeah, and if you're upfield, if you're here, even, like, here, no one's gonna pass to you. Like, it's not gonna come to you.
Right.
So, just bump, demo, or get out of there and get wide. Oh, where's Rocket League? There we go.
Yo, what's up, Chunky?
Hello.
Hey. Okay, yeah. You did the right thing. I like you going on back wall here because you don't have to challenge it immediately, but yeah, you gotta get a better read.
Yeah.
Damn, these guys don't like to control the ball.
Neither do we, I guess. It's boomer ball now.
Yeah.
I haven't played boomer ball in a while.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
like, actual boomer ball.
Yeah. So right now, Lasagna, I need you to just wait. So we need to create our layers of defense. So allow Keola to at least have the opportunity to go for this ball before you go for it, because you're so far away from this air dribble. So it's much better for him to go for this and either get a tackle on him or force him high, and then you just read whatever that opportunity happens. Yeah, you clean up
So
that.
the biggest takeaway for all of us as of right now, what I'm seeing is patience is a virtue.
Exactly.
That's what I'm seeing.
Okay, we're surviving. All right, Lasagna. Patience. So you're not involved in this play. We have two guys in corner, right? So realistically, as a third man, you're not going to be involved, just because it's going to be too dangerous for you. So I want you to just stay back here. Just stay
Okay.
stay far back so that if they bang it this way, you can always go for it. Because yeah, obviously a pass to you, if you come center and you miss this ball, you're scored on. If you get dunked, you're scored on. It's just, it's not worth it. So allow these guys to do what they need to do, and just make sure you cover their ass.
Okay.
And yeah, stay wide, because as soon as you made the C cut here, now you can never challenge this ball, right? It's gonna be so slow for you to challenge this ball. Whereas
I
if
have
you
to
just
make another cut.
Yeah. Whereas if you just waited here, or even grab mid boost and waited there, it's just gonna come right to you first off, and then you're facing the play. You can always go whenever you want. Okay, this is all good. Okay. It got a little awkward there at the end. So I'm not a huge fan of the demo. I like you're at least being aggressive, but like we're in a spot right now, Frosty, where there's 3 guys here. If you demo one, it's not gonna do enough to the point of we're gonna score. So I would rather you just hang out mid, and then if this happens, then you would go for that ball, right? That'd be a much better option than going for that demo. If there's 1, maybe even 2 guys back, I could see that happening, but it's just not worth it when there's 3. And even that position, I don't think if 2 guys were back, it would be worth it either. I would rather you just wait for this ball, because Soggy's playing it directly into our back or into their back wall. He's not going to do anything productive. Really, Keela can always challenge it if he dribbles it on the back wall. He would always be able to challenge it and play it mid. And then if he goes for a hard bounce, it's just going to go to Lasagna eventually. And then he could play it, off back wall, shot, pass, whatever he wants to do. So I'd rather you just wait here and then go for that ball. Or if that guy who was rotating back somehow gets a touch, which I don't think he would since he was like flipping here for some reason. So yeah, he landed like right here, and he has so much speed, he's probably not going to even be able to hit that ball to begin with. It just, it should have been a goal right there.
Yeah.
Oh, someone's got to call time for Frosty. So you can slow this down as much as you want. You have so much space in the world.
Yeah.
You don't have to force this off into
I think I panicked on the bounce.
Yeah, because like even if you just slow it down and dribble it very slowly out of the zone, like you can still flick over a guy, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But as soon as you play this fast, now you're playing it directly to Pineapple or whoever to challenge you. And now because you got over Pineapple, you don't have a follow up touch really. Yeah, it's just too hard for you to recover off that sidewall. So slow it
Sound
down.
bad?
No, yeah, for anyone, that's hard. That's hard to recover. Look at your car. Your car's gonna be it's not facing where your momentum's going, so you're gonna spin out. So this is gonna be hard for you to read. Which yeah, you spin out here, you get a hard cut upwards, and now you're jumping immediately off. It's hard for anyone to read that. But yeah, someone's got to call out that he has plenty of time, and he can just slow his ball down as much as he wants.
Okay.
And yeah, even here, even on this recovery, someone could still call out time for him, because he can't see midfield. If he has ball cam on, which he probably does, he can't see. Yeah, he can't see that no one's challenging him. So if someone calls out time here, he can always take his time and not even go for that ball and just go for a dribble, right? Or even delay his flip or his jump off the sidewall to get a better opportunity for a touch. But yeah, someone's got to be calling out, and then he's also have to recognize that call out too. And then yeah, here's another situation where if you're that second man, I'd rather you stick back here than here. Especially when we don't have ball. So like that pass is never going to come to you, Keola, immediately. So it's not beneficial for you to be here. It's more beneficial to be on this like side wall area, so that you're covering his back. Because I mean, even in this corner, he's going to just play it over lasagna. So you want to be able to read that. So if you're back here, or even on boost, you'll be able to read that and have possession in. But if you're here and he plays it this way, if you're going to touch it, you're just going to be passing mid, which will be risky if for third man to go for. Or you're just going to it's going to go over your head too, and you're going to have to go back, which is what happens. So you're not able to keep up that pressure. It's the right idea. Good chance. This is all fine.
No, we bumped each other in the corner.
Oh yeah, that plus Keela, I don't think he recognized he had a shot opportunity at all. Because you kind of full committed for the control. To challenge his control dribble. But if he shoots it, it's just over your head. So you have to respect at least the shot first before you can challenge it. So respect the shot, and then if he doesn't shoot it, that's where you correct for the control. Because if you go full control, that's where he'll almost always beat you if he goes for a shot. But yeah, also the corner bump is not ideal, which it's on both of you, to be honest. So Keel is rotating ball side, but also Lasagna, you ended up going like this with your rotation, which is a little weird.
Yeah, I tried to get out of ball side.
Yeah. So that's kind of both on you for the bump, but then yeah, this is kind of like a 1v1 situation. You have to respect the shot before you can challenge the dribble. Oh, that's tough. Yeah, it's not much you can do.
It's just unlucky.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate, yeah.
You're getting good pressure though right now. I kind of want you to challenge this, Keela, just because we have so little time left. I'd rather you just turn on this immediately, as soon as you can, and go for this. Because yeah, as soon as that boost didn't spawn in, you can't turn this ball. Now we have no shot at scoring, and we end up getting scored on because bad 50, which it shouldn't have happened to begin with, to be honest. Okay. What time is it? 8? How long have we been going for? An hour or so?
About an hour.
About an hour, yeah.
Do you guys want to call it there then?
Sure. Up to you.
Or you guys can play a ranked game and try and work on it? And I'll,
We played ranked, was it yesterday?
go with a replay?
It did not go good.
We'll play one now that we've gone over a replay.